And there never was an evolved human being.
And there was never a Jesus Christ. He never wrote a book. God doesn't exist. I'm yelling this into a video on the internet, so it must be true.
Those are all man-made myths that can never be proved in a billion lifetimes.
In a billion lifetimes. Okay, well, I mean, we've already proven all of that shit that you said can't be proven in a billion lifetimes. So, hey, achievement! Achievement!
But they claim they are smarter than we are.
I hear this a lot. We claim that we are smarter than they are. When you say shit like God went abracadabra and then it made everybody incestuously fuck each other, not just once but twice, I would have to venture on the side of not all of your marbles are rattling around in that skull up there.
If they can't prove it today, they say science will prove it soon. So future hope becomes their evidence while telling us our future hopes of heaven on earth have to be.
Well, I mean, that's just based on past experiences. Like, for instance, we didn't know about germ theory at one point, but then we figured it out. But to use this whole God of the gaps thing to suggest that you don't need to validate your own belief in a heaven, like, it's fine if you want to believe that there's a heaven. Like, I have no problem with people's own personal beliefs that there's a heaven. I really don't. But it's when you, you go to a school shooting mother and you say, oh, God just called home another angel to heaven. It's like, at that point, I'm like, God damn you, bitch. Could you just let her mourn for a fucking second? How about you go over there and be like, look, I'm here if you need me. I'll give you anything you want. Do you need something to eat? Do you need me to bring over a pie, a casserole? I don't know what the fuck people make in times like this. You just tell me what you need. Instead, you have people that are like, oh, they just got called home to heaven. Fuck you.
Atheists like to lie about history, claiming great men for atheism. Take a closer look, and you will find out Edison, Ford, Frost, Twain were not atheists, to name a few.
Okay, I don't know about the other guys. I mean, I haven't looked at their particular stances on the question, but Mark Twain did not fucking like Christianity or religion one bit. So I don't know what he's saying here.
But Jim Jones was an atheist.
Wait. Hold on a second. Jim Jones, the cult leader who called himself God and was basically using religion and religious ideas in order to get people to commit suicide for him, was an atheist. So you get to disregard everything that Twain says about religion and just go ahead and say that this cultist, who definitely believes in a God, not Christian God maybe, but yeah, a God. What? This doesn't even make sense. And he's got the smuggest looking fucking smile on his face right now.
And you don't like Kool-Aid, do you? And the two killers at Columbine School.
Columbine? You have a weird way of pronouncing shit, just saying.
Were atheists. So was Lenin, Stalin, Khrushchev, Mayo, Pol Pot, and a whole list of murderous atheists historically.
All right, I hear this argument a lot. It's basically a generalization fallacy. You're generalizing us as atheists as being this way, just because there's been a few shitheads that have bore the fucking hat of atheism. Well, for one thing, like Pol Pot and Stalin and whatnot, they instituted state atheism. That's where they replaced traditional theism with a sort of nationalism where the state was God rather than there being a mystical, mythological God, right? So, I mean, that's not really atheism there. But as far as the Columbine shooters go, I don't know exactly what religion they were. If they were atheists, it's kind of like, so fucking what, right? We don't define ourselves by the actions of others. Like, just because I don't believe in atheism doesn't mean that I have any kind of ideology for any of you guys that voted for Trump. I'm not cracking on you or anything. I'm fine with people voting for Trump. I really am. I have my own personal opinions on the matter, but keeping this simple. Like, just because I'm an atheist doesn't mean that I also voted Trump, because a lot of atheists voted Trump. You can't really say, like whenever a Christian comes to you and they're like, oh, well, Pol Pot did some shit. It's like, oh, okay, well, if you get to use Pol Pot as an excuse to say that, hey, atheists are horrible, then I get to use Hitler to say, oh, Christians are, because he was Catholic. And yes, Catholics are Christians.
Get to know your history, and then maybe you won't want to be an atheist anymore.
Okay, I don't know what that has to do with
anything. Atheists want us to believe if they badmouth us, they are tougher than we are. But do you know why there are no atheists in a foxhole during a terrorizing artillery bombardment?
Okay, there are atheists in foxholes. We've proven that to be true. He's just pretty much spouting anything off that he can say that'll rattle us.
I'll tell you why.
Why? You gotta notify Life Alert that you're still alive. You almost let the timer run out.
They remember they've got God-given faith, and they suddenly have a little talk.
Okay, first of all, faith isn't God-given. It's not. That's bullshit to say that faith is God-given. Faith is taught to children who then turn into, the Christians. Faith is taught. Most of the time it's indoctrinated into kids. I know I was indoctrinated. It's not God-given. It's not like God has like a panel of sticks on his wall, right? And he takes out the faith stick and he just like beats you on the fucking head with it, and it's like, oh, you believe in God now. You believe in God now. You believe in God now. Like, it sits right next to a stick of knowledge that he hit Ben Carson upside the head with to give him all the answers to his medical exam. I mean, it's ridiculous to say that it's God-given.
With the Lord upstairs and say, let's...
Shh, guys, the Lord is upstairs. I don't know what the fuck he's doing up there, but he needs to get off his ass and do some shit around here.
Make a deal. You get me out of this and I'll serve you.
No, I would think that a lot of them just think about how they can get themselves out, and then they thank God later. Generally, that's what happens. You win shit, or you do shit, and then later on, you attribute it to God, even though you're the one that did shit.
Atheists say religion is the cause of all the problems in the world. They blame us for the bombing of the World Trade Towers.
Well, I mean, yeah, religion. I mean, this was done about 4 years ago, so this was definitely after 2001, and yeah, religion had a pretty big part in flying 2 big fucking planes into the World Trade Center and killing 3,000 people. I mean, religion was a big part of it.
They say religious wars are the cause of problems throughout history.
They are.
And I'll tell you why wars are fought.
Okay, do it.
It's because people lust for power, for wealth, for control.
Okay, the Crusades were run by England to recapture the Holy Land for fucking Christianity. I guess that was for lust and the need for power or some shit. World War I, World War II, those were done for power and shit. I mean, Hitler was seeking power, but, the Allies were looking to stop him. Like, we had no beef in that as far as, like, looking for power.
Fame. And they will dress their wars up in religion if that will get them an army. But you can't blame God for that. Atheists love to lie, saying design is complexity. And since all the universe is supremely intelligently designed with incomprehensible complexity, atheists dismiss the omnipotent, brilliant-minded, creative power of God by changing the meaning of one word, design.
Okay, how do we do that? What do we...
Now it's hard for any reasonable person to miss seeing the human body as a wonderful achievement of brilliant-minded design and medical science fills libraries explaining its many incredible functioning designs.
Motherfucker, have you never heard of genetic diseases? Right now, my pancreas is fucked to hell, and I have to inject insulin into my body so that I don't go into a diabetic coma. Like, how is that a fucking any kind of intelligent design? Like, if you would think about it, he would have put in, like, a backup system for my insulin, like maybe a backup pancreas or something. I mean, if God is such a great designer, and he designed the human body so perfectly, well, you fucked up. You need to run it through QA a few more times, run those unit tests on the individual organs, and you need to fucking get shit done better. You're starting to seem a lot like Bethesda on launch day.
And mankind designs replacement parts for the human body that are always inferior to the original. Therefore, the original body was designed by a supreme being, someone supreme to you and I, and to the greatest genius designers you can find among humanity.
Okay.
Atheists deny the word design. It's like kryptonite to Superman. Get that word design out of here. Well, I'm telling you, that word design is here to stay, and you are the proof God exists. Look in the mirror. Quit denying it.
Look in the mirror. Quit denying it. We look in a mirror and we can explain how everything came to be, but you know you're not willing to accept that because it's not in the Bible. By the way, anatomy and all that kind of shit's not in the Bible either.
One of the biggest lies atheists embrace in trying to convince us: brainless natural selection designed a million life forms by selecting and programming mutations into the genes of life forming, choosing the one out of a million bad mutations. If you want to believe lies, you will become an atheist. The fool has said in their heart, there is no God. The first lie atheists tell themselves is there is no God, and to prove it, they must lie.
The Bible says that atheists have to lie to themselves to believe the lie that God doesn't exist, because that's a lie. Okay, if there has ever been a clear-cut case for circular fucking logic, I think we just found it. Like, he literally just went in a circle and was like, I solved that shit. You ain't getting no presents this year from Santa Claus. You're just getting fucking coal, you goddamn atheists.
They say they don't want to go to heaven, but they have no idea what it is like to be one with God in the divine nature of Christ. They say they are looking forward to going to hell. They think they might have a little party down there. Have I got news for you? There is no party down there, and there are no atheists anymore down there when they arrive.
Oh, okay, wait. Okay, so if all it takes is to believe in God in order to get through the gates, then, like, if there's no atheists down in hell, why aren't they in heaven because they believed in God? Like, I don't get that. So I guess after they went to hell, they believed he was serious? Like, oh shit, I'm up here on the clouds, here's the gate, maybe I should believe in God. And it's like, oh, nope, now I'm in hell because I didn't answer yes quick enough. But also, you don't know what hell is like. Like, the Bible doesn't exactly describe hell other than it's bad. Like, that's the place you don't want to go. That's all the Bible says about it. And yeah, I think that we will have a party. I think Satan will be the one serving drinks. I'll be standing next to Christopher Hitchens and all these other awesome people, and we'll all be having a drink, laughing, and turning up the AC.
They're all theists. Hateful theists.
So wait, are there Christians in hell? I'm confused at this, because I mean, if there's no atheists in hell, then I don't see myself going to hell.
You atheists say you are searching for truth, then you dismiss your Creator in whom all truth is. And what does that leave you with? Lies. Lies and more lies. And all of the atheists will say, prove God exists. And we say God has already proved he exists. Stop lying to yourselves.
Okay, that's the end of it. Santa Claus had to go and run some errands for his elves. Like, well, it was great seeing you guys. I gotta head out. I'm gonna go play some Watch Dogs 2, and I'll see you guys later. Y'all have a nice night.